news ngayon. Let's start off with boxing.
Nasa wildcard gym na ngayon si Manny Pacquiao to start his early training para sa 4th match nila ni Juan Manuel Marquez na gaganapin sa December 8. Actually, kahit habang nandito pa siya sa Philippines, nagsisimula na siyang mag-training. Kaso nga lang hinintay niya pa na matapos yung filing of candidacy kasi di ba nga tatakbo siya bilang congressman ng Sarangani. Tsaka, pakiramdam ko mukhang seseryosohin talaga nitong si Pacquiao yung laban nila ni Marquez kasi kung maaalala natin, yung first match nila, nanalo siya via majority decision. Nung pangalawa naman, nag-draw. Yung pangatlo, yun yung pinaka-controversial na fight nila kasi sobrang close. Pero nanalo naman siya via split decision.
Sa tingin ko, mahihirapan ulit si Pacquiao versus Marquez na naman. Kasi una sa lahat, si Pacquiao ay isang in-fighter. Meaning, kailangan niyang lumapit kay Marquez para makascore siya o para makasapak siya. Si Marquez naman, on the other hand, is isang out-boxer. Or isang boxer na dumedepende sa mga counter punches o sa mga long-range punches. So, ang maging problema ni Pacquiao dyan is kung either makakalapit siya, makatanggap siya ng counter na mabigat. Or kung hindi man siya makalapit, magmimiss siya ng mga punches. Maka-apekto yun sa mga scorecards ng mga judges.
Pero di ko mas mahihirapan si Pacquiao kasi mas maaga nag-training si Marquez. So, mas naging focus siya. Kasi si Pacquiao daming problema. Yung mga relatives niya natakbo sa Kongreso, tapos tatakbo sa Senado. So, ayun. Tsaka mas feeling ko mas mapapatumba ni Marquez si Pacquiao kasi yung last match niya parang napaka-tight. Pero yun nga, split decision. Tsaka mas gutom siya mas bata nga si Marquez. Si Pacquiao naman, parang mas experience pero parang kulang na siya sa hunger.
Pero akala ko ba si Bradley na yung next na makakalaban ni Pacquiao?
Yun nga Aray. Kaso ang nangyari, di ba, natatandaan naman na naging questionable yung laban nila noon ni Bradley na pinareview pa nga sa isang committee at napatunayang si Pacquiao talaga nanalo doon. Kaya siguro nagbago na isip ni top rank promoter Bob Arum yung next na laban ni Pacquiao na i-rematch na lang sila Marquez since malaki yung clamor ng fans sa ganung laban kesa yung si Bradley na overwhelming naman na tinalo ni Pacquiao.
Okay, moving on. Ano naman yung next news?
Isa pa para sa mundo ng boxing, si Nonito Donaire naman. So, si Nonito Donaire or the Filipino Flash, natalo niya si Nishioka or Speed King ng Japan. Bali sa round 6, na-knockout siya gamit ng left combinations from the body at sa jaw ni Donaire. Tapos yung nagpanalo sa kanya is yung round 9 na. Kasi nung round 9 na, kumounter si Donaire from the right hand, lumusot sa mukha ni Nishioka. So, tinigil na ng referee yung laban at dineclare na napanalo si Donaire. Throughout ng mga rounds, si Nishioka is very on the defensive kasi nahinaan siya. Si Donaire kasi napakabilis, mas magaling siya, mas bata siya kay Nishioka. So natalo siya.
In fairness, nakakagulat yun kasi kung titignan natin, mas mahaba yung record ni Nishioka kaysa kay Donaire. Si Nishioka meron na siyang 39 minutes, habang si Donaire naman 30 minutes pa lang.
Pero the fact na mas experienced si Nishioka, natalo pa rin siya ni Donaire. Nagkaroon na pala siya ng 24 KOs, si Nishioka yun. Kasi Donaire naman 19 KOs lang. So, I think it's a big break for Donaire.
Alam nyo, akala ko nga maganda yung kakalabasan ng laban. Kaso, yung middle pa lang ng rounds, halata ng gaano kalaki yung lamang ni Donaire. Kasi siguro sa age na lang din. Yun ang naging fact.
Guys, next naman sa Ascals. Anong meron sa Ascals?
Nagharap ang Team Ascals at Team Bahrain sa Al-Muhar Rock Stadium in Manama, Bahrain, kung saan nagkaroon ng scoreless draw, meaning as in walang score. Yung star players na sina Jason Sabio, Neil Etheridge, Stefan Schrock, and the Young Husband Brothers, wala sila nung ganang na laban. Yun.
Saan ulit yung game?
Sa Bahrain.
Okay. Sige.
Ang next laban nila sa Kuwait, sa October 16.
Okay,
Ano Well, considering the 32 rank difference between Ascals and Bahrain, talagang matutuwa ka kasi nagawa ng Ascals even without yung mga star players nila, which is sila yung husband niya So talagang nakakatuwa sa puso ng bawat Pilipino na kaya ng Ascals depensahan yung sarili nila kahit wala yung mga star players nila.
Oo nga pero I'm looking forward dun sa laban ng Ascals sa Kuwait sa October kasi yung competition ng team, siguro practice sila ng practice. Ganda na yung alam nila sila ng husbands. So, hindi ko mas magiging malakas yung defense.
Agree ako sa sinabi mo. Dahil tulad nga ng sinabi niya is, you have to hand it to the Philippine Ascals team They're actually improving. Marami na silang mga wins recently, pati yung Peace Cup na napalunan nila bago yung laban nila sa Bahrain. So, sa tingin ko, malakas talaga yung laban nila versus yung Kuwait.
Basketball naman guys, NC bago UAP.
Okay. Bali sa National Collegiate Athletic Association o NCAA Season 88, meron na tayong isang team na naghihintay sa finals at yun ang San Beda Red Lions. Hindi na nila kinailangan ang twice to beat advantage as they beat Perpetual Health Altas 56-52. At ang pumana doon ay ang Nigerian center na si Olig Ajogun, kung saan in-score niya ang siyam out of dun sa 23 points niya sa 4th quarter. Samantalang kumuha siya ng 14 rebounds. Hindi lang siya nag-isa sa pagtulong dun sa team. As 5'10" point guard Basir Amer ay nagpakita rin ng all-around performance. 9 points, 12 rebounds, 6 assists at 3 steals. Ayun, actually lumamang pa ang Perpetual ng 4 with 4 minutes left. Pero pumananat itong si Adjogun at Amer sa sunod-sunod na 11 points ng San Beda para i-secure na ang panalo.
I think the turning point talaga was yung 4th quarter. Doon talaga kumawala.
Oo, mapapansin mo rin kasi na sa buong game, ang San Beda ay nagkaroon ng 22 out of 31 free throws. Samantalang Perpetual naman ay 6 of 12 lang. So, makikita mo talagang aggressive sa pag-attempt ang San Beda kumpara sa Perpetual.
Sino na bang makakalaban ng San Beda sa finals?
Ayun. Yun nga ang inaalam pa kasi sa kabilang side nga, Letran versus San Sebastian. Ang may twice to beat advantage ay ang San Sebastian. Pero tinalo sila ng Letran doon. So, sa next game nila, do or die na para sa pareho teams. Kung sino ang manalo, Letran man o San Sebastian, yun ang makakalaban sa Letran.
Guys, UAP naman. Ara.
Doon naman sa University Athletic Association of the Philippines or UAAP, 75th Men's Senior Basketball Tournament. Ateneo made their first ever 5-peat in the league. We cannot deny the fact that it was a really a great game, diba? Kasi talagang naghahabulan ng scores from the first quarter up to the last. Talagang sobrang intense Si Kiefer Labena, pinakita niya how well he played basketball and talagang nandun yung mga power moves niya na talagang sobrang impressive. Well, on the other team naman, we have Jai Fortuna, who talaga parang proved that he was really the captain ball of the team, diba? Kasi talagang parang he saved the best for the last Kasi alam mo yung it was his last game as a Tiger. Tapos talagang pinakita niya kung gaano siya kagaling and he scored higher than what we expect, diba? So parang Ateneo made it man as the champion of this season. Pero hanga naman tayo how USD stepped up as a team. Talagang we cannot deny na nahirapan ng Ateneo dun sa laban nila. Nahirapan ng Ateneo na makuha yung championship trophy. Yun.
Pero hindi, 5 feet lang yun. Paano yun? 7. Hindi na nila matatalo yan kasi 1965 to 1970. Coach ni Babiri, ni Baby Dalupan, 7 feet siya. So, hindi na matatalo natin yan kasi 5 feet, maalis na si Blanc. Tapos, pumunta na siya ng Tonkin. So, hindi na kayo. So, yung 5 feet na yung marami.
Pero hindi mo rin pwedeng i-degrade ng 5 feet na to kasi kung ikukumpara natin, 1960s to 70s pa yan nangyari. So, ang UAC noon kesa sa 2012 or this new millennium, ay ibang-ibang mechanics. Kaya hindi natin ma-degrade itong pinakita natin.
So, hindi totoo yung claim ng Ateneo na sila ang kauna-unahan ng 5 sa UAE. Kasi
Oo, kasi 1965 to 70. So, unless ang USD maka 7, maka 8, since baka unsure na bumalik si Arencio, baka mahirap. Pero sa line-up naman siguro ng USD ngayon, hindi kasi si Deng next dyan, si Ferrer, si Lo, si Bautista next step up last game. So, malaki yung possibility, mas maganda pa yung bagong G. So, malaki yung possibility na maka 70 or 40.
Well, kinulain naman ng Ateneo na kahit sino daw ang lalaban next year sa UST is talagang mahihirapan dahil nga sobrang nag-step up talaga ang UST ngayong season na to. And marami pang magagaling na players ang dadating next season. So, abangan natin yan kung ano mangyayari.
Okay guys, ano po ang mga upcoming events po dito?
Tapos no men's basketball ngayon at saka men's volleyball, yung malakas yung kumpiyansa ko sa UST team, pero hindi matatanggal yung confidence ko sa Ateneo. Kasi last year, sila yung sa V-League, sila yung kalaban ng UST sa finals. So, sila Ka-Inlet, sila Merced doon. Si Ka-Inlet yung bagong team captain niya. Team captain ng Ateneo. At sa UST naman, hindi pa decided kasi may nag-graduate ng mga players. Malaki ko lang talaga kumpiyansa sa UST yung MVP natin, si Loren Lantin, kasi nanalo siya ng Cagayan volleyball na last month, September 3. So, malaki yung kumpiyansa ko na si Sets niya laban sa Ateneo. Yung Ateneo kasi, hindi siya drop team eh. So, UST, re-rely siya sa spikes. Pero, kaya naman siguro kontra yung Ateneo since last season naman, Shakies. 2 points lang yun naman Ateneo, 23-25. So, expect natin. Pero may FEU pa rin. So, FEU, malakas din.
Well, I think malakas din naman ang kumpiyansa ng UST ngayong year na to. No? Kasi talagang sa Shakey's V-League, talagang nag-stand out ang UST. Hindi talaga tayo nagpapahuli sa mga championship. So, tingin ko, malakas pa rin yung chance na mauwi natin sa Espanya yung trono sa pagiging champion sa UAAP. Since natalo tayo sa UAAP men's basketball, tingin ko meron pang isang pagkakataon para sa UST na maiuwi yung champion.
Pero makita rin naman natin yan. Close match naman lagi volleyball. Hindi ko alam kung makakabot ng 4 points, makakabot ng 10 points. Parang basketball, makakabot ng 2 points.
Hindi rin natin masasabi eh. Pero ang akin lang, sa line-up sana ngayon, kasi di ba sabi mo kami mga graduate tayong mga players, so sana hindi masira yung consistency ng strength ng UST.
Ay guys, may nag-comment pala sa fanpage natin sa The Zone. Mula kay Irene Camarillo ng UST. Sabi niya dito, kahit natalo ang UST sa Ateneo, masaya pa rin ako dahil nakita ko ang dedication ng mga players namin. At totoo ang sinabi ni Coach Pido na dapat laging mayroong puso, pride at parating palaban ng mga players niya. Para kahit matalo ay masaya pa rin ang buong Tomasian community. Coach, huwag ka nang umalis ng UST. Ito pa guys, mayroon pang isa from Ana Manalastas. Good day! Suki po ako ng show nyo. Sobrang ganda po ng mga fini-feature nyo. I hope that you will feature the PBA Sunmig Coffee team kasi paborito ko si Papa Mark Pingris. Hehe, thanks and more power to your show.
Uy, saktong-sakto yan kasi i-feature natin mama yung Sunmig Coffee Mixers. Sigurado tong-tuwa niyan si ate.
Ay, winner yan, Jamie. Winner.
Ay ate, abangan mo mamaya si Mary Liguras kasama si Mark Pingree sa Time Out. Sure ako mag-e-enjoy ka dyan.
winner! Welcome to Time Out, where you get to know more about your favorite PBA personalities. Today, we're at the Ronak Arts Center Playground, where the Sanmig Coffee Mixers are training for their next game. Tara, samahan niyo ako. First, let's get to know their team manager, the captain, Mr. Alvin Madrimon. Something that you always bring whenever you leave the house. Like, you can't leave the house without that.
Of course, yung car key. Tama ba yan? Also, cell phone. I have 2 cell phones para pag busy yung isa or walang signal yung isa. So, another network.
How about training po? What can't you, hindi nyo pwedeng makalimutan sa house pag you're going to play?
Of course, my gear, basketball gear, andyan yung my Nike shoes, saka socks, plus my underwear, shorts.
What's your latest gadget and how useful is it for you? Latest gadget? Mahilig po ba kayo?
I'm waiting for yung iPhone 5.
Okay.
Sabi ng Globe, siguro at the end of the year, lalabas yan. Or maybe because we're traveling to Canada by the end of the month, so siguro titingin ako doon ng iPhone 5. Baka available na doon, yung naka-open line na. So, I'm excited.
Yeah. Are you fond of gadgets or in general?
In general, hindi naman eh. Like,
what's the model of your car and how do you think it fits you?
Basketball players kasi kailangan like bigger cars, diba? Tapos yung height namin, yung build namin. So, mini SUV yung Montero Sport. So, happy naman ako with the performance. Very affordable, saka very fuel efficient sa, plus the ride, okay, marami naman makakasakay, so I recommend na bili nila.
That's a message to later fans.
Hello fans. Thank you for your support, saka keep the fire burning, parati kayo magsusuporta sa Sanmig Coffee Mixers, and syempre enjoy life to the fullest, and God bless you.
Next, let's get to know the former coach of the Alaska Aces who helped them bring home 13 championships. And now he's the coach of the Sanmig Coffee Mixers.
Go ahead.
Okay. The first question is, name something that you can't leave your house without. Like, when you go to the training, what do you
My iPad.
iPad.
Yeah.
Why, sir?
I have everything on my iPad. I have my books through the Kindle. I'm a big-time reader. I read all the time. And I have my practice schedules on it. I use it to set my practices up, and so I can't leave home without it.
Okay. What's your latest gadget and how is it useful to you?
My iPad. No, actually, my latest probably is my iPhone. I switched to an iPhone just recently, so I'm still learning it.
How has it been?
I like it because the rest of my family all has iPhones. I was the only one with a BlackBerry, so I switched to iPhone, and now it's a lot easier.
Do you have any lucky charms? Do you consider it?
I'm not being in the PBA for 24 years, and I've realized there's no such thing. I mean, when I was younger, I used to wear, a certain tie during a big game, or I'd wear a certain shirt, or I would go a certain way to the game, a certain route, and if I went the wrong, oh no. But, over 24 years, I've lost so many games that it didn't matter. If I wore the nice tie, the lucky tie, I lost anyway. So, slowly but surely through the years, I've lost my idea of being superstitious. I'm not superstitious anymore. Although my wife still is.
What What's your message to your fans? Can you say anything
To my
to the fans of your team and your fans?
Well, you know, I mean, it's, you know, the old cliche is, you know, we can never do anything without the fans. You know, I mean, they carry the league, and you know, ever since I've been with Sam Make Coffee, you know, I guess I'd say my popularity has jumped because, you know, there's so many fans that I guess they rub off from James, and so, you know, they're so, you know, thrilling to have around. I really, really enjoy them. It really makes a huge difference when we play in games.
Next, let's get to know one of the rising stars of the PBA, former FAU Tamaraw, Aldrich Ramos. Name something that you can't leave your house without.
Cell phone.
And like, how about naman pag-training? Ano yung mga must na dala pag-training?
Siyempre yung shoes, jerseys, practice jerseys.
What's your latest gadget?
iPad.
And how is it useful?
Sobra. Especially, hindi mo na kailangan mag-bit-bit ng laptop. Malaki yung laptop, di ba? So, yun. Sobrang helpful niya para sa akin.
Like schedule din po.
Schedule sa practice, tapos yung mga events, di ba? Nasa save mo doon.
What is the model of your car, if you have?
Honda Civic.
And bakit yun po yung pinili nyo na car?
Yun lang yung kaya ko.
Okay.
Matagal na sa akin yun.
Matagal na. Meron po ba kayo mga lucky charms na kina-consider pag game or anything?
Wala. Nagtatouch lang sa floor before pumasok. Tapos sign of doc.
Yun yung pinaka-lucky charm talaga, of course. Okay, last message to your
Ayun, keep on supporting the team, San Mig Coffee Mixers. Ayun.
Last but not the least, we have rebounding demon and the 2006 Finals MVP, Mark Pingris. Alright, first question.
Wala pang boyfriend.
Name something that you always bring whenever you leave the house. Like, hindi po kayo makalis ng house without it.
Brief. No. Joke. Well, of course, siguro yun, money. Number one, money, di ba? Kasi kailangan natin pang araw-araw. And then, siguro, what else?
Pag-training po.
Okay. Katulad na sinabi ko kanina, alam mo na yun. Mga nice shoes, mga shoes ko na kailangan pang gamit sa panlaro dahil kailangan ko rin gamitin sa practice para hindi ako manibago sa laro. Mga sando, mga uniform, kasi pag wala yun, fine kami. Babayad kami. And then, what else? Yung mga medicine ball ko na kailangan para sa mga exercises. Yun, yung mga ano.
What's your latest gadget and how is it useful for you?
Wow! Ano ba ang latest ko? Siguro yung iPhone ko pa lang, yung cellphone ko kasi doon na rin ako nag-games, nag-music, doon ko na rin inano lahat Instagram. Yun.
Follow him on Instagram.
Follow me. Instagram.
Okay, what's the model of your car and how do you think it fits you?
Model, 2012 yung Camry, and then mga bigay lang naman Range Rover 2010 and Starex 2006 yata o 7. And yung pinaka-paborito ko sa lahat yung Isuzu pickup ko. My first car kasi nung 2004. Siya yung first salary ko talaga, and then binili ko talaga yung para sa akin. So yun yung talagang pinaka-paborito kong sasakyan.
Bakit yun po yung pinili nyo na car?
Kasi talagang siya parang marami siyang magagamit.
Favorite pictures nito?
Yun, kaming lahat ng family. Tapos yung nasa pool kami nung dalawang kids ko. Tapos si Danny kayo nagpipicture sa amin. So yun. Ito, yung magandang cellphone ko. Makikita mo mamaya dito.
Okay, what is the most important possession you have in your bag? Right? For you?
May, sabihin ko ba? May gun. Pwede mo ba sabihin yun? May gun. Kasi pang ko yun kailangan natin security. Quiet lang ngayon.
Meron po ba kayong mga lucky charms?
Lucky charms?
kinoconsider na lucky per game?
Sa akin, pray lang talaga eh. Yun ang pinaka-the best sa akin. Pag-alis ko ng bahay, pag-gising ko, pray lang talaga. Lucky siya. Wala. Talagang pray lang talaga kay Lord. Hindi ako naniniwala sa mga pampaswerte na ganyan-ganyan. Dahil si Lord naman talaga may gawa ng lahat yan. So, talagang dito, pray lang talaga.
Message ko to your fans.
Hi! Sa lahat ng mga fans ng Samig Coffee, thank you po sa pagsuporta, sa pagpipray nyo. At huwag niyo sana pong kalilimutan, may game kami this Sunday against Petron. Suportahan nyo kami, mananalo tayo. Mag-champion ulit tayo, and God bless you. Thank you.
Adik sa PS3. Ano ba?
Ano favorite game?
Siyempre NBA.
I don't know. I'm pretty wide open. But I don't know. Maybe I love wakeboarding. I love to wakeboard. That's one of my things I like to do. I don't do it very often, but I love to do it. My whole family does it.
What you see, what you get, parang it's me na talaga eh. Hindi, wala naman very na itinatago ko, but yun, kung ano yung nakilala nila sa akin.
Madalas akong mutot. No, makulit ako. I mean, akala nila kasi sa basketball minsan pag nanonood, akala nila very physical akong maglaro. Minsan mainiti yung ulo ko sa laro, but sobrang kulit ako sa labas.
That's all for today's Timeout. This is Mary Ligunas. Join us again next time to get to know more of your favorite PBA personalities. Bye!
Guys, anong update sa Philippine Punishers? Ma'am, para po siya sa Sports 101. Tinuturuan po sila ngayon ng basics ng American football.
Matapos magkaroon ng fanbase ang Azkals at Volcanoes dito sa Pilipinas, panibagong koponan naman na magpapakilala sa mga Pilipino ng bagong sports.
Ngayong hapon sa Sports 101 ay makakasama natin ang mga tomasinong manlalaro at ipapakita nila sa atin kung paano maging isang miyembro ng
The Philippine Punishers. Hi guys, I'm Marge.
Hello, I'm Luis.
And we are now finally with the Philippine Punishers. Let's get to know them better. Hi!
Hi.
Can I hear your name again?
I'm Terence Marga from the Philippine Punishers.
Can you tell us more about your position?
I play running back. Basically, ang trabaho ng running back, siya yung pagtanggap ng bola sa quarterback. Yun lang, tatakbo yung bola to the end zone.
So that sums it. So we should be with this fastest guy.
How about you? Your name is?
Mark Castro. I play behind this guy. I'm the running back after him. So when he gets injured, I'll replace him. So technically, yeah, I'm also running back.
So you're the second fastest guy, right?
Behind him. I think so.
So behind me is this laughing guy. So maybe we can say anything about him. Can you tell us more about your position and your name?
I'm Otto Wong. Then actually my position is wide receiver, and also this guy is also a wide receiver. Then the main purpose of wide receiver in the team is para tumakbo ng route. Then may salo ng bola na galing sa QB. Ano ang QB is quarterback. Yung taga-bato ng bola. Then siya yung nagbibigay ng play. Then siya yung parang leader ng team.
So ikaw yung pinakamagaling sa team, basically. Kidding.
And last but not the least?
Yun nga, sabi nga ni Otto, wide receiver din ako. So basically, ako yung nasa line, tumatakbo ko. Pagkatapos ko tumakbo, kakatch ko yung ball na galing sa quarterback. Sabi nga ni Otto, yung quarterback siya yung bumabato ng bola. So yung pinakaunang guy na makakuha ng ball sa play, babato niya yon, sasabihin ko yun, tapos kailangan masalo ko yun at matakbo sa nakita.
So ano ulit tawag sa'yo?
Wide receiver.
So we have there Mel, the wide receiver, right?
Yes.
After that, maybe we can try some gear. You can let us try something.
Sure. Some
Armor or whatever. What?
Oh, sige.
So, enough with the chit-chat. Let's proceed to the tutorial, guys.
All right, Marge. Are you ready?
Sure.
Ang gagawin ko ngayon, tawag dito snapping. Importante to kasi for every mistakes ng snapper or ng center, magkaka-loss ng round. Tapos, so ito siya. You exchange pa ng quarterback at center, sila nag-exchange ng pass every start ng game. So, ito.
Down! Sit! Hey! So, first off, ito yung ball. Paano mo hawakan yung sa American football? So, first, yung index finger mo at yung thumb mo, kailangan makover niyo yung 1/3 itong top ng football mo. Then, makita mo dyan, yung middle finger ko and the ring finger, kailangan medyo close sila dun sa thread. Ang use ng thread, para siyang grip. So, grip siya para ma-turn mo yung bola pag tinathrow mo siya. Kasi kailangan ng motion ng ball pag ganito. That motion. So, added to that, kailangan magkaroon ka rin ng konting space sa hand mo dito. So, yan. So, before throwing the ball, kailangan alam yung position ng katawan mo. So, first off, yung shoulder mo, kailangan naka-point dun sa papasahan mo. And then, yung feet mo, dapat shoulder width lang din. Then, the ball should be closer to your face. When throwing, kailangan perpendicular degrees yung arms mo. And with that, kailangan sabay din nun yung right leg mo. Mag-move siya forward. And then, with the follow. So, here you go. So, there. Thank you.
Normally, sa catching in American football, catching is very important. Right? Because ang QB pag nagpapato ng bola, most likely wide receiver, running back, tight end, yun yung mga nagsasalo ng bola. Then, pinaka-basic na pagsasalo ng bola, it's like this, the diamond. Why? Because pag ang dating ng bola, dito sasakyan sa diamond. Then, for about chest, the lower chest. Left side, right side. Yung pinaka-basic. Watch. Pass. Yan ang pinaka-basic na pagsasalo ngayon dito. Right receiver.
After the passing and the catching, now let's proceed to the footwork.
So, what he's trying to do is to make a 90-degree cut. So, first off, magra-run si Otto, and then magka-cut siya ng 90 degrees. So, sabihin natin ito yung 50% speed lang. So, first off, cut, run, hike, run, do the 90 degrees. There. At doon sa spot na yun, kunin yung bola. So once again, he needs to run straight, cut straight again with a 90-degree angle. So we'll do it in a full speed move. Down set, hut! There. So now we're done with the 90-degree cut. Next thing is, it's going to cut 45 degrees. So what is going to do is first run straight and then cut 45 degrees. Now Otto will show that to you with his 50% speed. So Otto, go, hike! And then cut 45 degrees. So he will receive the ball there. So now we're going to do it 100%. Otto, go. set, hot! Sa susunod na footworks natin, gagawin ni Terrence or running back is the juke move or the fake move. So what he's going to do is just fake his direction into the opposite direction. So here goes. So for the last set of our footwork, Josh is going to try the spin move. So Josh, being our running back, will do the spin move. So Josh, go on. 50% there. He's going to fake his direction from the left to the right with the and follow it up with a spin. So he's now going to try it for the 100%.
Now they will show us how to do the tackle and the defense.
So first, what Otto is going to do is lower down his butt, and then he's going to put his right shoulder into the opponent's chest. So we're going to go through this on the 50% load. So go Otto. There. So that's the motion. In a true to life game. So what I'm going to do is pass this onto Otto, and then so it's going to simulate defensive tackle during a certain play. So after all those footworks and tackling drills, now we go into the routes. The routes are what the running backs and the wide receiver runs for a play. So first off, Terrence will do the zero route, which is the hitch. What he's trying to do is run, shake, and then stop after 5 yards or 10 yards. So Terrence will do it this way. So go Terrence for 50. Stop, face, and then receive the ball. So next is the slant or the two route. Now Terrence will run with 2 yards or 2 steps and then cut 45 degrees in order to receive the ball. So now Terrence, do it on a 50% run. Go. Plant and then go run and receive the ball right there. So now we're going to do it again on a full speed. Let's go. Now set hot. So the next route is an in. Josh will try to run, make 5 yards as his distance, then cut 90 degrees to it. So simulate it in a 50% mode. So Josh, run the in. Go. There, and then he's going to catch about the middle or first.
Quite exhausting,
but definitely lots of fun,
right?
Yeah! And we are the Philippine Punishers. Please continue to support us. Other games against Saipan will be held in Ultra beginning at 1:30 p.m. So take care.